Okay, so complete the square and put f of x into standard form. And the function is f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. Now, in practice, you want to do the following steps. One, ignore your c value. Put it in timeout. It's been bad. So the first thing that you want to do here is basically ignore your constant term and put it off to the side. Get it out of the way. Now, you want to complete the square on these terms. But in order to do that, you need that leading coefficient to be a 1, and it's a 2. So this is bad news for us. Unhappy. So the second thing that you're going to do is, from your first two terms, factor out your a value, what is sometimes called the lead coefficient. And so for us, that's f of x is equal to 2 times x squared minus 4x, and then we still have that plus 6 on the end. So what we've done is we have factored out the 2 from each of the front two terms, and now we complete the square in the parentheses. Okay, so I guess that's step 3. Complete the square in the parentheses. So inside the parentheses, we have x squared minus 4x. And in order to do that, we're going to need to take, half of our x coefficient. This is b is equal to negative 4. So 1/2 of b is equal to negative 2. And then we're going to square it. And in that case, b squared is negative 2 squared, which is 4. And that is the magic number that we need to add into our terms to make this a perfect square. However, we run into a little bit of a problem when we do that. And this is f of x is equal to 2 times x squared minus 4x plus 4. But I can't just add in 4. I also have to subtract out 4 for balance. So this is add 4 to complete the square, subtract 4 to balance the equation. Okay. So this is our perfect square. But I'm going to rewrite this just a little bit. So step 4, rewrite. This is f of x 2 times x squared minus 4x plus that 4. And what I'm doing is I'm effectively distributing the 2, to this entire perfect square, and the 2 to this negative 4, plus 2 times negative 4. So that subtracting 4 term that I'm balancing out the equation with, I'm actually breaking that off and separating it from the perfect square now. But the problem is I have this extra factor of 2 out front. So I didn't really add in 4 and subtract out 4. I really added in 8, and I need to subtract out 8, which is what's going on here. Plus 6. And so by 8, I mean this 2 times this red 4 is an 8. And then 2 times the blue negative 4 is minus 8. And then this becomes 2 times x minus 2 squared. That was the perfect square. And it becomes the factored form x minus 2 squared. And then this is minus 8 plus 6, which is 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 2. And so to decompose this, a is 2, h is 2, and k is negative 2. Those are our, my significant values for this parabola. And we have completed the square. So f of x, which was 2x squared minus 8x plus 6 in the general form, is f of x equal to 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 2 in the standard or vertex form. And that's how you complete the square. Now, I'm going to complete the square one more time, but I'm going to do it generically so that we can build up a formula for the following. So before I go on, does anybody have any questions on that example? No questions?